Hi Stampers, this is Loretta, and we are going to start with our recycling bin project. Out of my recycling and trash, I pulled out 4 toilet paper rolls. Actually, I've been collecting them for about a week, even though we have 3 bathrooms. I'm the only one home during the day. So we're going to take this, and we're going to flatten it out to look like this. I'm going to move this out of my way. And I've got a mini iron set to 4. It's already hot, sitting on the coaster. And I've got my toilet paper roll. And I'm going to take it, flatten it with my fingers, and then flatten it very, very carefully with a bone folder. Use a lot of pressure so that you get this nice and flat. Now, to make sure it stays flat, we're going to take an iron. If you're wondering, this desk, this table is actually stainless steel. So I have no problem ironing on top of it. But because a lot of you freak, I'm going to use a little a mat. This is one of the heat resistant mats that you can buy from the craft store. And now I'm going to simply use my little mini iron, and I'm going to iron this. There are 2 reasons I want to iron this cardboard. The first is to get it as flat as possible because I'm going to turn it into a little book with pockets. The second is the heat actually takes a lot of the moisture out of the paper. And the reason that's important is because when I go to the next step in a few minutes, we're going to definitely need this to be as dry as possible. So I'm going to go over it, I'm going to flip it, and I'm going to do the other side. Now I'm going to bring one of these back, and I'm going to do this one over again because I forgot to flip it. And I'm not really sure, since once again I'm alone trying to shoot this video by myself, this is very flat. So, alright, that's where we're going to pause, and we'll be back in a minute, and I'll show you how to use this fun fusible fiber. This is called Angelina Opal Sparkle. It's a heat bondable product. Paper Wishes sells a very similar product. I think it might be this. I have had this literally for about 4 years, just sitting in my closet, not using it, and after seeing one of their videos, I decided to play with it. So that's going to be incorporated in our project as well. Okay, I'm going to turn off the camera, and we'll be back in a minute. Alright, welcome back. We have base coated the toilet paper holders with purple paint. I pre-mixed enough to finish all of this project in this little jar right here. And I used Aleene's Fusible Fusion fabric glue. And that is Sandy the Snail sitting on top of what will be one of these sleeves for the very adorable tags, which we'll do later on. She's colored with Copic markers, and she is finished with glitter. So I hope you can see the fairy floss behind her is really translucent, and I really like it. So alright, I'm going to go on to the next step, and I'll turn the camera back on when we're ready to proceed. And the fairy floss, and then I went ahead and used my heat gun to finish up the fusing process so that the fabric is actually part of the cardboard now. So we're going to put this together to make a little mini book. First, we're going to use E6000 glue. A few reasons why. Number one is it's extremely strong. when you can get the top off and you're strong enough to get it off. Number 2, it's extremely durable and flexible, which is good. Okay, I've applied the E6000 glue to the back of this in 3 sections, and I'm just going to use my fingers to spread out this adhesive fairly evenly. It will come off your hands with warm soap and water, so don't worry about it. And this one goes just like this. Push them together with your hands and let them sit for a while. It's good to put a weight on. I'm going to just use a coaster that I already have out and sit them on top. I'll be back when we're ready for the next step. I have put all 4 of the toilet paper containers together now, and I'm holding them in place with just regular ordinary clothespins to make sure that everything seals together and dries. It's going to stay with the clothespins on it for about half an hour, and then we're going to take the clothespins off and we will make the tags to go on the inside. The measurement of the tags is going to be 2 3/8 inches by 4 1/4 inches, and I will once again use the paint that I prepared earlier to prep part of the tags. I will also use the fairy floss that we made earlier, the scraps are now in a bag, to just embellish around the edges. Some more of the Fabric Fusion glue from Eileen's to attach some of the fairy floss to the back. Now we're going to layer this piece on top of the purple layer to give it a little bit more dimension. Now you can see that I'm holding the layers together using ordinary clothespins again so that it sets up and dries. I'm going to continue and make the other 4 tags, and we'll be back in a minute. Here are the 3 toilet paper holders put together. They are actually wet right now, drying with some stickle glitter on top. Here is a finished tag, which will be further embellished with some stamp sayings and personalized for the person I'm giving this gift to. This again is Sandy the Snail. She's from Digital Delights Stamps. I hope you'll check them out. Their information's on my sidebar. And I will see you guys next week. Stamp happy and have a great week. I'll see you soon. Bye.